Hey there, it is June 1st and I am on Realtor.com and I am looking to see what listings we have available today for off-grid homes or off-grid living. So I am going to go ahead and do some filters. I'm going to put in 60,000 because I am cheap, and we want to take away pending and contingent. And I always do lot size here. You can pick your minimum. If you want 10 acres, you would want to pick the 5 acres filter. So if something is 9.9, it'll show for you. I'm going to go ahead and pick 15 today. And in this Eastern UP, I have 11 listings. This first one is 59.9 for 20 acres. That is about 3,000 an acre. I'll go ahead and flip through photos. It's like a deer blind shed. They have a driveway on looks like a paved road. I see power lines. Materials to finish this cabin, looks like. So it looks like they are in the midst of putting this together. Wood stove, electric panel. Be a shower floor. They're putting in a bathroom. Yep, there's a shower head. So this is definitely a good head start for you if you're looking to build on a dead-end street. It's inside the shed. Lots of pictures. Okay, let's read the description on this one. Been listed, let's see here, been listed for 3 days and 35 saves, so this one's gonna go quick. 20 acres near Curtis that abuts Sandtown Gager Road with 2 sheds, a new deer blind. 12 by 16 shed has insulation, gas heater wired for generator with 60 amp service. Finished floors, wall, sink, cooktop, and some plumbing completed. So seller leaving shower and all materials in microwave. Gravel drive. Bring your camper or build a cabin 2 miles from M117, an hour from the bridge. Great hunting, RV trails down the road. Manistique Lakes for fishing. State land close by. Winter, you have snowmobile trails and year-round road with power available. An 8 by 8 shed for storage in this wooded, peaceful setting to enjoy wildlife and explore the UP. So this one, it's a little on the high side, but not too bad, as it's coming with all of this material and stuff, and it has buildings, so that's nice. I'm looking for the history, so they listed this just this time. There's no recent sales besides that, so they're not buying it and flipping it or anything. So that looks pretty good. That's about 3,000 an acre, but you have all of those amenities. These are new, right? There's a cooktop. It's still got the plastic on it, so that's nice. Let's see what else we have. 39,000 for 18 acres. This is just over 2,000 an acre. This is on the southern UP, eastern UP. Looks like a lot of little trees. Potentially water, gas line or something maybe. Pictures from the road. It looks like the realtor didn't want to get in there. What is that? Garbage or a boat or something? So this one says, area noted for hunting, fishing, and snowmobiling close to Brevoort Lake. Electric available. So this one I would be cautious to check the wetlands map to make sure if this is considered a wetland, being that it's noted as hunting area and it is close to Brevoort Lake. It could be very wet, and there are houses around in the area. Okay. And that one is just about 2,000 an acre. Drummond Island. Oh, now here's the deal. 25,000 for 40 acres. This is by Sault Ste. Marie, so that's about $625 an acre. So definitely there's something wrong with this one. 40 acres south of Sault Ste. Marie, landlocked, no legal access. So you can buy it, but you can't get to it. So that's fun. Okay, moving on. Wetmore, 48.9 for 19.34 acres. This is about 2,500 an acre. It's really a rare thing to find anything under 2,000 an acre these days. This is in the Hiawatha Forest, secluded 19 acres. Perfect backdrop for your cabin. Off of Chamberlain Road. It borders CFR land. So CFR land is land where the public can walk in. So if you were to buy this, you'd want to make sure you mark your border so people don't accidentally walk into your land. Close to Munising, but very remote. Okay. Munising Township. Property history. It has been listed 10 days ago and doesn't show any other history, so it's been a long time since this has been for sale. And let's take a look at the map. This one has been listed 10 days. It has 17 saves, so there's a fair amount of interest in this one. I wonder if is that the road? That might be the road. Looks like a logging road or something. Good sized trees. That looks like a face. There's Kentucky. All right, so there's Munising, so it's straight down from Munising. This looks like a semi-major road. There's a store and a lodge on it. And I don't know what this line is. Looks like a train track or something, potentially. So this didn't say seasonal. Let's look at the directions to the property. H13 south, 2.2 miles left on Chamberlain Road, 1.2 miles left, half mile. Property is just past fire number N5464 on the right. Okay. So I would just make sure this is not seasonal access and if those roads are plowed or not on that one, but that looks pretty good. 2,500 an acre. All right, and then we have a swampland in Newberry, 59.9 for 80 acres, which is 748 an acre, which is extremely cheap because you can see in the picture they have cattails and that this is a wet area. 60,000 for 30 in Gulliver, so this is on the southern end under near Manistee. This is 2,000 an acre. There's water in the pictures, so for inquiries, please call or text. Year-round enjoyment, private drive to the property. The landscape is high and dry near the road for construction of a cabin just down the street from state forest, providing direct access to ATV, wilderness, snowmobile trails. Whether you're looking to build a home, set up a camp, or enjoy, this is a fantastic option. So it looks like there may be wet areas, but by the road they're saying it's high. There's a house here. And I believe in here you can turn on flood zone. Yeah, so just pay attention to that, especially if you want to build something to see exactly like where the property lines are and how much of that would be potentially in a flood zone. It's been listed for 36 days and there's only 2 saves, so it looks like it almost backs up to the lake and then there's a big pond on it. Wetmore, 34.9 for 40 acres. No pictures, 2 saves. 40 acres, pristine land, true gem, blank canvas. Never too far from comforts. The road is seasonal private, so if you want to go there to your property in the winter, you would have to probably snowmobile in or something, or maintain it yourself. Oh, there's a red flag. Unsure of insurable access, or in fact, if it is buildable. So that would be, if you're interested in this one, you definitely want to walk it, and then I would make the offer contingent upon checking. That's why the price is so low and it's been listed for so long. That's going to be a special person that wants that one. There is 20 acres in McMillan, 54.9 3 saves this week. This one says electric just down from the property on Osborne Drive, hiking, snowmobile, 4-season location. Dirt, gravel, seasonal road. Season location. This must be seasonal. It says 4-season location. Maybe that's why this might not be accessible in the winter. Not sure. And you can own a triangle if you want. Still for sale. How long has this one's been? I've seen this one a few times. Let me see how long it's been out there. 75 days, yeah. People aren't feeling the triangle. And Wetmore. A lot of lakes in that area. 32.5 for 20 acres, almost 20 acres. A rare chance to own pristine land adjacent to the breathtaking national forest. Hunting parcel, true gem. Convenient location to Old Plank Road. So they're calling this hunting property, so I'm guessing it is mostly partially wetland. And here is how to get to it. The property is landlocked. I like how they put that in the directions. Shouldn't you put that up here in the description? Did I miss it? Jason. Yeah. Shame on you, realtor. That's not nice to put that way down here. People don't look down here. Okay. So the parcels around it are Hiawatha National Forest. Owner would park somewhere and walk into hunt. That sounds fun. Okay. So what is that? What does that price end up being? So 32.5 for 20 acres. It's like $1,600 an acre, which is pretty high, I think, for landlocked, which would explain why it's been listed for 291 days. All right, that is the end of the Eastern UP, looking at 60,000 or less for 15 acres or more. And just to let you know, if you're looking for an area with no zoning, which would mean like the local government doesn't have any regulations as far as what you can do with the land, that would be in Marquette County. And you can type in Marquette County in your search window here, and it will only show properties in that area. So then you can look at the townships that you can't search the township because they're too small and realtor.com doesn't recognize them, but I can kind of show you where they are. So it's basically this bottom section down here by Rock, and it is Ewing Township or Turin Township. So like this one here, 40,000 for 40 acres. This one, I believe, so up here in the breadcrumbs, you can see it's Marquette County Rock. And if you go down, typically you can see the township in this other property info, and you can see it's Ewing Township. And this does say recreational zoning, but the realtors just put in whatever, they don't really know. But according to the Marquette County website, Ewing Township does not have zoning. So if you wanted to build a bowling alley, you can do that without any approval. If you wanted to put in a tiny home village, you can do that. You do have to still follow the Michigan building code, which is typically anything over 200 square foot, but you do not have to get approval for whatever your use is of that in the zoning because they don't have zoning. So as my map loads back up here, so we can check this one. Here is a 2-bedroom home on 40 acres. And I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to go down and see. Did I miss it? They have a lot of information in here. So when you come down, Ewing Township, so this one should be a no zoning as well, but there's already a house there, so. I believe Turin is below Ewing. And you can go to Google and get a map. Let's see, township map of Marquette. Marque. Just see if I can get a map. Maybe. All right. So, okay. So here's Turin, right above Rock, and then Ewing is right next to Rock. So those two are the only two townships in Michigan's Upper Peninsula that don't have zoning. So kind of limited. So it doesn't look like there's any up here. Let's see if this one falls. So this one's Wells Township, so this is not in that area. All right, I know a lot of people are interested in no zoning, so it looks like there's just a very small area. There's one property currently for sale in that area that would be good, 40,000 for 40 acres, 1,000 an acre. It has been listed for 100 days. I believe it does have some wetland going through, but potentially, depending on what you want to do, it may be okay. Definitely would want to get out there and walk it and look at the wetland map to see how it falls. I believe it looks like there may be a neighbor splitting off land, if I remember correctly on this one. Oops. Yeah, so there's houses out front, and it looks like this 40 acres may be behind, but you definitely want to take a look at that and see what the story is and how you get to this. And being that it's been listed for a little while, I would definitely recommend making an offer under that price. It says direct access to state land. Hunting retreat, private getaway, or just a future investment. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like this one would have sold by now, but I'm not sure. You'd have to do more research and walk it and see what's going on. They don't have a lot of pictures. I would assume you could get power at this. It looks like it's close, but if it's off the road a bit, it may not be feasible. Alrighty, well that is what I had today. It is still kind of slow now that we're in June officially, hopefully the market will pick up and people will start getting their land listed for us to look at. And that is what I had. Thanks. Bye.